Alright, you goateed, mohawked motherfucker. Let's kill some dogs.
Good luck. You'll need it.
Piss off. Oh, the things I do for the children. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay. Note to self. Machetes are not my forte. I think we finally figured that one out. Where are you?
Damn it! I thought they had you!
Not even close. You fought wrong.
Take the bear! I can't believe I let some of my best dogs get killed over this stupid thing! Your stuff is in the crate next to the arena entrance. Leave it there too long, and we'll dump it in the lake.
Great. Now I have some questions.
Yeah?
Where does the Legion get all these damn dogs?
We breed them mostly, but sometimes we get some good ones from Denver. That whole city is overrun with them.
You train them?
Been doing it since I was a boy. The mongrels know to listen up when I start talking to them.
That's probably because you have the same intelligence level.
Okay.
Tell me about Lanius.
It took years for Caesar to conquer Lanius' tribe, and Caesar showed mercy to the survivors, allowing them to join the Legion. Had the positions been reversed, Caesar would be dead. Lanius is called the Monster of the East, because he never, ever shows mercy.
The more I hear about Lanius, the less I'm liking. Not that I liked him that much in the first place. Tell me about the Burned Man.
He's a story to frighten the younger legionaries. He's dead. No man, no matter how tough, could survive a fall into the Grand Canyon.
Okay. See ya.
Later!
Dog-loving weirdo. Fucking crazy bastard. Okay. Now to do my good deed of the day.
Hi.
Here's your teddy. He's a little chewed up, I'm afraid.
That's okay. I'll fix him. Can I have him now?
Here you go.
Thank you.
See ya,
What?
kid. Look after yourself. Ah, what a sweet thing. Okay, so yeah, there's a couple of karma points added after unleashing a robot army in the world and putting it into the hands of a vicious computer-based autocrat, so I think I'm going to have to get quite a few more teddy bears. Come on, Eddie. You just wait here, bud. I gotta talk to a bald man. Oh. Hey again, guys. How's it going? Sup?
I felt the ground shake a while ago. I'll take that as a sign you've got the job done.
Yeah,
There are
totes.
rewards for doing as I command. Today, your reward is vengeance. You get to decide how Benny dies. Go to Benny. Let him know what you've decided. My Praetorians will perform the execution, unless you want to perform it yourself.
In terms of rewards, can't I have something like a fruit basket, or maybe some money?
What's wrong with you? This man shot you, stole from you, left you in the desert to die. You need to work on your bloodthirst. We won't speak again until Benny is dead. Walk away if you want, but if you do, he's going up on a cross. You're still making a choice.
Holy shit. Well, on the bright side, it's a learning experience. And you can never learn too much, in my opinion. Okay. Oh, Caesar gave me this. It's the gun that shot me in the head. Hey, Benny.
So, baby, what did you find down there?
Hundreds of Securitons. All of them upgraded now, just like Housey wants.
So, all this time, the old man had an entire army on layaway? Clever player. Just imagine the look on Baldy's face when those Securitrons come pouring out on Judgment Day. I'd pay to have that bronzed. So all you gotta do is talk to Yes Man. Figure out how to set things in motion. Make Vegas a town I would have been proud of, baby. Let it swing.
I have to decide what happens to you now.
I see. And how's that gonna happen?
I think it's probably just going to be a simple bullet to the head, man.
I see. Keep it simple, eh? Around here, it's one of the better options.
Close your eyes, dude.
Nah, I'd rather see it coming. Do it, baby. Make it clean.
Well, Benny, I gave you half a dozen chances.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the
You should have just walked away while you could.
A fair kill.
Ring-a-ding-ding, motherfucker. I'll at least look after your suit. Well, as you can
I'm sure
see,
you found Benny's demise pleasing. The destruction of an enemy? There are few things more satisfying.
I find many things
Let's
more
press
satisfying.
on, shall we? As I was telling you before, I want Mr. House out of the picture. You have an interest in his death, too. If he knows that you destroyed his gadgets beneath the fort, he will strike back. You know where to find him. How he dies, I leave up to you.
What's that machine behind you?
It's called an autodoc. As the name suggests, it's an automated physician, more or less. He can treat broken bones, cuts, punctures, scrapes. Sometimes I bestow its use upon someone I favor. Makes for a powerful gift in a culture that forbids painkillers and is largely ignorant of medical science.
Hypocritical bastard. Some questions.
What did you want to know?
How did you capture Benny anyway?
I'll hand it to that piece of shit. He was determined. He used some kind of old-world stealth device to get across the river in a Legion boat. Seems the device ran out of juice once he got here, but he was dressed like a legionary. He was caught just outside the weather station. See, thing is, he didn't change his hairstyle. To go to all that effort and fail because you're too vain to muss your hair.
Fuck's sake, Benny. What happened after he was caught?
He was brought before me along with the platinum chip. That's how I knew he wasn't some kind of profligate infiltrator. Benny tried to sell me a story, but Lucius has a way of coaxing the truth out of captives. Everything just comes spilling out.
Let's talk about something else.
What else did you want to know?
Tell me more about Lanius.
Linnaeus is the greatest of my battlefield commanders. Some might call him a great man, but I'm not sure he qualifies. Once, he was the greatest warrior of the Hydebarks, a tribe of the Arizona. Maniacal in battle. Sometimes he'd ambush Legion patrols by himself. When after several months we found and surrounded the Hydebarks camp, their chieftain raised a banner of surrender. The warrior, who was not yet Linnaeus, went insane with rage. He struck down his chieftain and attacked his own tribe.
Linnaeus attacked his own tribe? What the hell happened?
He killed 15 before they brought him down. He didn't die, obviously. I had him tended to. He was maimed, most of his face torn off. It was days before he regained consciousness. When he did, I went to his bedside and showed him the helmet I'd had forged to cover his face. I said he could have it if he'd fight for me. He accepted, on condition that he be allowed to kill the surviving males of his tribe. I said, make it the adult males, and you have a deal.
He sounds less of a general, more of a savage psychopath.
Linnaeus is savage. Savagely loyal, too, but only to me. He has no love for my legion. But this has its uses. He has no attachment to his men, no compunction about battlefield losses. All he cares about is destroying the enemy. When another legatus or a centurion fails to achieve results, I send Linnaeus to make things right. His first step is to beat the failed commander to death in front of his assembled troops. Then he orders the ritual of decimatio.
What's a decimatio?
It means decimation. But in ancient Rome, the word had a very specific meaning. A punishment for cowardice. The legionaries are lined up in ranks. Every 10th man steps forward and is beaten to death by his brothers. It instills a certain robust obedience.
I'm not sure that really does recruiting figures a wonder, though. So Linnaeus is going after the dam?
Yes. This time my legionaries will be more frightened of the commander behind them than the enemy before them. There will be no failure this time, no retreat, no years of gathering slaves and resources for another assault. With Linnaeus to drive the legion forward, the dam will be taken. It will be our bridgehead across the Colorado.
Yeah, how did the Legion lose in the first place?
It's not going to happen again, that's all I have to say about it.
Okay, Tetchy. Probably shouldn't ask him about Birdman.
What else did you want to know?
So, what do you think of the NCR?
Do you want my opinion as a former citizen or future conqueror? Actually, my opinion's the same either way. As a young man, I was taught to venerate President Tandy of Shady Sands, the founding mother of the new California Republic. Did you know her presidency lasted 52 years? And that her father, Aradesh, was the Republic's first president? Does that sound like a democracy to you? Or a hereditary dictatorship?
Yeah, Tandy was voted each time, though.
Because the council didn't dare oppose her. She was too popular. She had the people's love. So things ran smoothly, more or less. And as soon as she was gone, as soon as there really could be democracy, what happened then? Ever since losing its queen, the NCR has been weaker, more diffuse. Democracy has been its weakness, not its strength.
How's the NCR weak? They seem pretty well armed.
Greed runs rampant. The government is corrupt, accepting bribes from Brahmin barons and landowners to the detriment of citizens. The NCR is a loose conglomerate of individuals looking out for themselves. It's lost virtue. No one cares about the collective, the greater good. It's not built to last. I'm just hastening the inevitable.
Surely the NCR's still powerful, though.
Of course. The most powerful my legion has faced. Also the first to which I am ideologically opposed. Until now, every tribe I've conquered has been so backwards and stunted, enslavement has been a gift bestowed upon them. My conquest of the Mojave will be a glorious triumph, marking the transition of the Legion from a basically nomadic tribe to a genuine empire. Just as my namesake campaigned in Gaul before he crossed the Rubicon, so have I campaigned and will cross the Colorado.
Okay. More questions. What do you know of House, then?
I know he's a coward, hiding behind an army of robots ensconced in that tower of his like a wizard in one of those Grognak comic books.
Comic fan, then?
Some say he's a man, others a machine. I don't care. He's in the way.
Definitely a computer. Try unplugging him.
What else did you want to know?
What about the other regional powers?
I've analyzed the region's tribe to determine how they might be useful. I may tell you more at a later time, if it suits me.
Okay. Why is the Legion so odd?
I used Imperial Rome as the model for my Legion precisely because it was so foreign, so alien. I'd seen what had become of the NCR's attempts to emulate the culture of pre-war America, the infighting, the corruption. Rome was a highly militarized autocracy that effectively integrated the foreign cultures it conquered. It dedicated its citizens to something higher than themselves, to the idea of Rome itself. In Rome, I found a template for a society equal to the challenges of the post-apocalyptic world, a society that could and would survive, a society that could prevent mankind from fracturing and destroying itself in this new world by establishing a new Pax Romana.
What does Pax Romana mean?
It means a nationalist, imperialist, totalitarian, homogenous culture that obliterates the identity of every group it conquers. Long-term stability at all cost. The individual has no value beyond his utility to the state, whether as an instrument of war or production.
So you hate the NCR because it's inefficient?
No. I'll destroy it because it's inevitable that it be destroyed. It's Hegelian dialectics, not personal animosity.
Hegelian dialectics?
How do I put this basically enough? It's a philosophical theory, the kind you might encounter if you took time to read some books. The fundamental premise is to envision history as a sequence of dialectical conflicts. Each dialectic begins with a proposition, a thesis, which inherently contains or creates its opposite, an antithesis. Thesis and antithesis. The conflict is inevitable, but the resolution of the conflict yields something new, a synthesis, eliminating the flaws in each, leaving behind common elements and ideas.
So, what's the dialectic between you and the NCR?
The bombs wiped the slate clean. Human civilization descended to a level of ignorance that effectively set our cultural progress back to zero. The NCR has all the problems of the ancient Roman Republic: extreme bureaucracy, corruption, extensive senatorial infighting. Just as with the ancient Republic, it is natural that a military force should conquer and transform the NCR into a military dictatorship. Thesis and antithesis. The Colorado River is my Rubicon. The NCR Council will be eradicated, but the new synthesis will change the Legion as well, from a basically nomadic army to a standing military force that protects its citizens and the power of its dictator.
Okay. So that was a fun little bit of politics. How did you rise to power anyway?
Ironically, I was born a profligate myself, a citizen of the NCR. My family lived not far from the Great Boneyard. After raiders killed my father, my mother sought the followers' protection. I was 2 years old. She found work at their library, cooking and cleaning. I learned how to read, and soon I was taking courses, free of charge.
You were a follower of the apocalypse?
Oh yes, raised in that tradition. And the teaching stuck. I was taught it was my responsibility to bring the torch of knowledge to the waste. I may have taken the torch part more literally than they intended.
So you changed from a follower to fascist dictator?
When I was 20, the followers sent me east to Grand Canyon. It was my first expedition. Just me and a physician named Calhoun. As an anthropologist and linguist, my assignment was to learn the dialects of the Grand Canyon tribes. What a fucking waste of time.
Why would learning dialects be a waste?
If you think it's worthwhile to make smart people learn how to talk like backward savages, you're a follower of the apocalypse, or an idiot. Anyway, we met up with a Mormon missionary who already knew a bunch of dialects, Joshua Graham. He was supposed to teach me, but before that went too far, the Blackfoot tribe captured us to hold us for ransom. They were a backward bunch, but the real problem was they didn't know how to fight.
What was wrong with the Blackfoots then?
The Blackfoot were at war with 7 other tribes, each just as pissant as they were. But outnumbered like that, they weren't going to last long. It's one thing to be taken hostage, another to be lashed to a sinking ship. So over Calhoun's objections, I decided to take certain steps.
And those steps were?
I taught them how to use the guns they already had, how to strip and clean them, how to breathe when pulling a trigger, how to reload ammunition. They looked at me like I was some kind of a sorcerer. So I taught them how to make explosives and started drilling them on small unit tactics. If there's anything I learned as a follower of the apocalypse, it's that there's a lot of good information in old books.
So, after you trained with Blackfoot?
Divide et impera. Divide and conquer. I led the Blackfoot against the Ridgers, their weakest enemy. When they refused to surrender, I ordered every man, woman, and child killed. When next we surrounded the Kaibabs, and they likewise refused, I took one of their envoys to the Ridgers' village and showed him the corpse piles. This was new for the tribes, you see. They played at war, raiding each other, a little rape and pillage here, a little ransoming there. I showed them total warfare. Like I said, there's a lot you can learn from old books.
And what happened to the tribes after your wonderful opening of their eyes?
Kaibabs joined me, and the Fredonians after that. All the pissant tribes with names that should be forgotten. I knew from the start I'd need to eradicate this plague of tribal identities, replacing them with a monolithic culture, a uniform identity. So that's what I did once my confederation of tribes was large enough. I crowned myself Caesar and created a single great tribe, my legion. I sent Calhoun, the follower captured with me, back west with a message that I should not be interfered with. Joshua Graham, the Mormon interpreter, stayed with me and served as my first legatus.
And since then you've done a bit more conquering.
That's right. Decades of warfare, absorbing lesser tribes, gathering power, forging the dross into a vast, razor-sharp scythe. My legion's expansion has never ceased. Much of the Utah and Colorado and all of Arizona and New Mexico are mine. We have cities of our own, but nothing compared to Vegas. Finally, my legion will have its Rome.
Okay, that's enough for now. So, yeah, I'll do whatever you ask.
Good. Don't know what kind of security he has inside the Lucky 38, but if you can find a way of catching him off guard, do so.
Backing away, backing away, backing away, backing away, backing away, backing away, backing away.
Our way.
Eddie? Let's proceed. And never ever return here ever again. I mean, seriously, fuck this place.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
Caesar is what can only amicably be described as a complete and utter fucking nut job. Not that there was much to point us against this conclusion earlier, but it really hit home with that little conversation. He went from meek librarian to world-conquering asshole. Shit. I mean, not even Benny deserved to go down like that. I mean, he fucked me over 1,000,000 times, but...
You may proceed. Your belongings will be returned when you leave. Our way. Are you ready to return to Cottonwood Cove?
Yep, let's go.
Very well.
Thanks, Lucullus. Let me just check I've got everything. Pip-Boy saying that the water here is drinkable. Not bad. Not bad at all. Any way to get inside these? Cottonwood storage. Can you hear crackling electricity, or is it just me? Ah, 308 ammunition. I don't feel too bad stealing from the Legion. Oh.
Alway, true to Caesar.
Hello, hello. Nice hat.
A profligate bearing the mark of Caesar. What is the world coming to? Cursor Lucullus is waiting for you with the barge at the docks. He will take you to the fort to speak with Caesar.
Already spoke to him. That's some nice armor.
It is the armor of a Centurion. You have the rare honor of beholding it unspattered by the blood of my inferiors.
So, you see much action here?
As much as the profligate's cowardice will allow. They haven't found the balls to attack us here, but we catch them out on patrols. With 2 contubernia at my command, I've killed and captured 4 times my numbers.
Okay, well, see ya.
Wale.
What a nice man. Ooh, there is some good equipment in here. Hello.
Awe, have you come to sell or trade for captures?
Captures? Do you mean slaves?
No. They haven't yet earned the right to be called slaves. Those 3 in the pen are captures, nothing more. I'm a slave master, so I know what I'm talking about. Back at the fort, I'd have those 3 half-broken and well on their way. But this is just a holding area, so all I do is assess their fitness and decide whether to send them on.
How much for 3 captures?
It's a weak bunch, to be honest. I'd rather have extra currency to buy supplies or better captures off traders. There's a boy, too old to be trained as a legionary. Normally they would have to die, but he's too frail to make trouble. The old woman's dried up, but she could keep house or do gardening if she can learn to keep her mouth shut. The girl's the only one of real value, young enough to breed, not hideous to look at. What's your offer for the lot?
Any fool can see the girl has all the symptoms of pustular hypomalgia.
Pustula? What? Is that contagious? That doesn't sound good at all.
150 caps for the lot.
Seems I'm fortunate to get that much for them, given the circumstances. Here, this is the key to their collars. You want to take those off before you go far. Trust me.
Oh, yeah, sure. See ya. Okay, Wait, have they just left us? Stupid bastards. Alright, well... Let's get, liberating some equipment. Aha! What are these? Legion raiding plans. Found plans detailing Legion raiding party movements in the area, and plans for future raids and troop movements from Fort through Cottonwood Cove. Those will be useful to somebody. Slave ledger I picked out. Details the fate of the Twisted Hair tribe from Arizona. Forged an alliance with Caesar. Served as his scouts during the conquest in Arizona, and then the Legion turned on them and crucified them. Oh yeah, I found these 2 notes also. Need to try and get back to Searchlight's police station. I saw a safe hidden away in a storage room there. There must be something special to conceal it that way. But if somebody else is using the place as a storage place, remember radiation suit next time. I'm still puking up my guts. Well. Oh god. Well, Eddie. You know what time it is. Bottom up. Oh god, it doesn't get any better. Well, let's go see these new captures we bought. Yes. Okay. No, nothing else of value in here. Yeah, let's go see our new captures.